Mohamed Salah Rodam. Yeah, thank you. From the University of Carthage, Tunisia, who is a doctor of oceanography. Please take it away, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you, Betty. I would like to thank everybody for this webinar, the organizer, the host, and I will talk about Artemia, Tunisia, with a small review. Next slide, please. Tunisia is a northern state of Africa, and by the Mediterranean and Sahara climate, Tunisia hosts more than 80 potential habitat for Artemia. Some specific habitat, Sabha and Chot, who represent temporary saline water plant, and also salt works, and the new kind of artificial site who are the evaporation pond linked to the plant of desalination water. Next slide, please. If we talk about history, the first signalization of Artemia in Tunisia date from the 1981 in the area of Tunis, some coastal lagoons, coastal habitat, and then in saline habitat, the signalization of Gautier in 1988, and then the new signalization start from the 18th till nowadays. If we look for this, all this work is still some ecological or biological aspects who are introduced, and during this period we lost also two specific sites for Artemia, the one of Megrine, where some work are done, and the second one of Sijomi. All these habitats are disappeared according to restoration work. Next, please. Many works, PhD thesis, master thesis, and other publication concerning Artemia, but all this work still focus on characterization, on signalization, or biological aspect. There is no work concerning harvesting or productivity or inoculation, still till nowadays. For the characterization, we can look for some specific aspects. The hatching rate, it seems to be good for at least 5 of these Artemia sites. But if we focus on production, we found also some numbers from 5 to 100 kilo of cyst, dry cyst of Artemia per hectare per year. This number is not continuous, but it is linked to specific harvest. This means that these numbers are not repetitive. It depends from one year to another year. Now, next slide, please. If we look to the Artemia need, actually in Tunisia, we consume around 4 to 5 tons used by the only 2 hatcheries. The total production of fry vary between 10 and 25 million of larvae, but the need is more large. Actually, we have 24 offshore farm, especially of sea bream, but also sea bass. And the estimated need for Artemia cyst, it's around 24 tons per year. Actually, all this farm works with imported larvae or imported fingerlings, up to 80%. But when we get a look for the future, according to the authorized companies or aquaculture farm, we have 24. So this means that the need for Artemia cyst or for developing the larvae culture is very high, and it is growing day after day. Next, please. Now, on the other hand, if you look for the tentative, unfortunately, there is no real tentative of production or let's say industrial or even artisanal industry or production of Artemia. The only official tentative is done by a private company, start on 3 years ago. And this company has authorization to implant this activity in southern Salina, near El Biban in southern Tunisia. But still nowadays, the activity is still on standby due to this some financial difficulty or problems. Next, please. During this period, we are looking for two opportunities where, in my mind, we can develop some industrial activity of cyst Artemia production. The first one may be done on a border channel. It is artificial channel crossing the Sebha Ladibet in southern Tunisia. The Sebha, the Artemia of the Sebha is well investigated, PhD thesis and some other work done by my colleague and me, Hashim Ben Nasser. And this artificial channel offer an opportunity by the length, by the large, and especially by the bottom. We have up to 5-meter bottom, and in this artificial channel, Artemia is well present actually. The only problem is this area is a border area, and maybe we need some specific authorization to do to try any work in this area. The second, please, next slide. The second one is more practical. We know in Tunisia we have a large plan of desalination water, and there is a part of desalination of marine water. The other part concerning the inland waters, inland saline water. And actually there is about 14 plants. And for all these plants, we need to establish evaporation pond to avoid contact of brine with the cultural zone or other oasis or other agriculture zone. And we need to evaporate water. In this evaporation pond, we look and we assist to a development, a clean development of Artemia cyst. As you see in this figure, we can collect up to 50 kilo per season of Artemia cyst. And this may be a good opportunity to develop this activity. And even the company who manage the water use are ready to accept this activity, since it could be a solution to reduce the impact of the brine. So this is more or less the presentation of Tunisia. As
Mohamed, you have 2 minutes left, please.
Yes, thank you. As a conclusion, I can say that we have some preliminary quantification of Artemia Tunisia, but the lack is that even nowadays there is no operation of inoculation, and we still with the original, let's say, less productive cyst of Tunisia. What I say, maybe we have to develop some small scale project, as at being seated in Kenya, maybe some artisanal activity who start the development of this activity around the salt work or around other site in Tunisia. I give an example for spirulina project. Actually, there are many small projects of spirulina. It is a form of aquaculture, maybe some similar for Artemia for some aspect. And when we collect all the production of this small project, we reach the 10 ton of spirulina, and this product is exported all the way other side from Tunisia. So thank you for this opportunity, and thank you.